So what do you think is the most difficult thing about being the head of NPS?
Difficult. I wouldn't call anything difficult. I mean, we certainly have a lot of things to work through, and I think the challenges that were facing me when I first got here, with respect to leading the school through through the IG, was complicated.
Yeah.
Add CR and sequestration, and budget and the financial crisis that we're sort of in right now, and it just got a lot harder. So we had a lot to do before the added pressure of sequestration came upon us, and so with March 1st coming and going, some of that uncertainty has been removed. We had been in a lot of different working with our sponsors back at the Pentagon, a lot of different scenarios of what ifs. What are you going to do if we have a year-long sequestration? What are you going to do if there's, a year-long CR, which is its own set of problems. We don't have enough. Just if we had just stayed on the CR and never come off and never done sequestration, still it's a reduced budget compared to the year before for the Department of the Navy. So even just staying on a CR all by itself, we had to find a whole lot of money to keep the Navy operating, because the FY13 budget was supposed to be larger. So continuing resolution only allows you to continue at the rate that you spent in FY12.
Yeah.
So that was problem number one. And then when you add to it sequestration, that adds additional reductions to the budget, and by squeezing it into sort of the last half of the year, you have to find those savings over 6 months. So it makes it even more complicated. And then that we've talked about one way of recouping enough money to pay our bills for the rest of the year is through a furlough, which the department really would like to find a way to avoid, but we had to plan for it. So we had basically 4 different scenarios we were sort of planning for. If furlough, if CR and sequestration, or just CR, or no furlough, and so we were doing we've been spending a lot of time planning for the fiscal uncertainty. So with 1 March here, some of that's been removed, and so, but what hasn't been removed is, the big variable is between if there's going to be a furlough or not. We prefer not, clearly, but if we find a way to avoid the furlough, it will likely be because Congress has given us some additional wiggle room within the continuing resolution rules, or they've given us an actual appropriation from which we can, make plans for the rest of the year.